Hello? Is this thing on?
My name is Dominic George, but people normally shorten it to Dom. I also have a current name that's growing on me, which is StarDom, and that just comes from my social media handles. Thus far in my modeling career out here in Chicago, it has been high fashion, runway, also editorial and promotional video and photo shoots. So, thus far I've been pretty good. I am also, outside of modeling, a large fitness enthusiast because I was a semi-professional athlete for soccer, but a little pin in that because I'll be going over some of that later. On top of that, I'm also a working business professional, and yeah, I also am a Christian. That is a very good question. And so to give you the abbreviated version of my answer, like I said, was a semi-professional athlete for soccer, had played Division I as well, but I felt as if though I had stagnated in my ability because I had such a large fear of failure, and maybe even it was a fear of my success as well. I was not playing to the extent that I knew I could, and I was only playing to the extent that my brain was allowing me to play. And so I made the decision last December to start something fresh and claw my way to the top. There I'd be forced to face all of my fears, face all of my failures, face embarrassment, and become someone else who is okay and well acquainted with embarrassment and well acquainted with fear. And so that's really why I started modeling and why I became a model. It's because I was someone who I felt like I had just lost myself for a little bit and was lost in being embarrassed and lost in being fearful of being successful. My pursuit of modeling was really a pursuit of conquering myself so that I can live up to my capabilities, ultimately back in soccer, to be quite honest. With what I just told you about why I started modeling, I would say this Chai Fashion Week will be the epitome of my self-discovery and my intent of conquering myself. This week, I'm really at peace and I'm at ease because I know I've put in the work, I know I've done the practice, and I know that I've built myself up to be someone who can take on these challenges that will come from this week. But more so, I'm excited and patiently in expectation of truly showing myself that I'm able to conquer my deepest, darkest self, the things and the characteristics and traits that don't serve me. So I'd say I'm excited for Chai Fashion Week because it's the first reinstated one and I get to partake in that history. But I would say in my own personal journey, I'm excited for Chai Fashion Week because it'll be a representation of my journey of conquering myself. And, after this week, I truly, wholeheartedly believe that it will serve as validation and justification that I am and that I have conquered those fears of failure, those fears of embarrassment. And I truly can begin to live a life that is open, and a life that is open to judgment, open to failures, and ultimately open to learning. So this Chai Fashion Week for me is more so just another part of my journey of self-discovery and conquering those dark parts of myself. My advice to anyone who would want to start modeling is really to ground yourself in purpose. Why is it that you want to be a model? What do you want to get out of it potentially? You need to make sure that what you're doing is for yourself and what purpose you're looking to get out of it. Because the difference between what I believe to be someone who can become a good model, honestly, is ultimately how much you know of yourself. Because someone who knows what they want and knows who they are is grounded in that sense of identity. And truly, you're going to need identity in this industry because there are plenty of people who will be telling you how you should think of stuff, how they perceive you. So having a notion of yourself and who you are or who you want to be is literally serving as protection against those external forces against you, because they will be very prevalent in the industry that you're looking to join. So once again, I would just say, ground yourself in purpose. Ground yourself and know thyself. Know thyself.
Alright, peace y'all, and see y'all for Chai Fashion Week.
My name is Dominic George, aka StarDom, and this is Chicago Fashion Week from my eyes. Today is Monday, the 14th of October, and as you can see, I'm already dressed and ready. I have a runway show today. It is the Urban Visionaries High Octane Couture runway show, and it is going to be happening at the Car Collective. I am currently on my way there, but before I get there, I actually have to go to the store to try and shop for a do-rag. So I'm really excited for this show. My look is going to be really good. Yeah, without further ado, let's get this day going. The time is currently 12:44 in the afternoon, and we have a call time of 1 p.m. to the Car Collective. I am currently walking to go get a do-rag, a black do-rag, just because for this first show I'm not needed for hair and makeup because of just how the look lands and falls, and you guys will see that later. But I still want to have just a black do-rag to cover it up. So I'll be there, and then after that going to the actual venue where it's supposed to be happening. I was able to get the do-rag, and so now we are on our way to the venue. Hopefully it doesn't take too long though. So we put the do-rag on. Now we are here at the venue. It is currently 1:13, so 13 minutes behind schedule or late, but I'm here, so we'll be fine. But we're here at the Car Collective now, so I gotta figure out where I need to be, what I need to be doing too. It's 1:15 and we are in the venue now. This is for, like I said, Urban Visionaries High Octane Couture show, and it'll
happening in the car collective, where we'll have supercars essentially around us. So I'll be walking for October, and yeah, this is our first show of Chicago Fashion Week. Out of 2 with 1 photo shoot, so yeah, that's it for now. Right now I need to just see what we need to be doing. I believe it's hair and makeup right now, but I'm just currently chilling out right here on the couch. This is before the runway. You know, I'm having my side in the bathroom, as you can see. Just coming to say we've done the rehearsal, we've done the walk. I'm going to be fitted in my avant-garde suit in a bit, but I am really excited. I'll be walking for October, who is an up-and-coming Chicago designer. I will be in an all-black fit, as you guys will see from this media. We've already gone over the runway walk as well. So like I said, right now, I just came into the bathroom just to prep, go to the bathroom before I put this avant-garde fit on. How am I feeling? I am feeling excited. I'm excited for the show. I'm excited to perform and put on a performance. It's literally going to be hard. I'm excited to showcase the designer's fit and yeah, just to create a beautiful work of art, which is essentially what an avant-garde design is. So yeah, I will see you guys after the runway. So this is StarDom before runway.
It was then time for me to start prepping for my avant-garde look, but before I had it put on, we had a few motivating words from one of our creative directors, Ray.
Video, we're about to send you guys all the link in a little bit to go live for those of you that had guests that wanted to come in.
Stage is set. That's our photography pit. Yeah, this is about to be a dope show. So cool.
And after those few words, it was time for me to be dressed in my avant-garde look and take to the runway.
Runway is over, so I will be getting the footage and the media.
So this
this is after the runway, Urban Visionaries High Octane Couture show. So we're just gonna do a little recap. You know, while I was there, and when I did my walk, like I said, it was more for an avant-garde look. It was an all black, like face covered, really spooky, ominous look to resemble like darkness in the world and needing to have the light and bring us out of this darkness. So this was literally art, what I was modeling for and encompassing. But, and like I said, the designer was October. His name is Ty, super dope designer. And when I tell you the amount of good feedback that I got for the walk, because it was more so of like a artistic, creative performance walk, more so than a runway for fashion walk. The amount of good feedback that I got was really good to hear. But after, so post-runway, I was then interviewed by Can TV, and I was able to you know, say the looks that I liked of the night, you know, talk about myself, mentioned, you know, my YouTube channel, my TikTok social media, and also my Instagram social media. I do just want to work on my media and interviewing presence, you know, answering the questions, also, you know, who StarDom is, encompassing that, you know, essentially character for the people, you know, for you all. So that's one thing that I definitely will be putting down to work on, you know, my essentially camera presence. You know, we got the camera presence down on the runway, but now it's time to get the camera presence down in interviews, talking to individuals, in social settings as well. So this is Chicago Fashion Week Day 1 for StarDom, my first show, which was the Urban Visionaries High Octane Couture show, walking for October, aka Ty, who is the designer, an amazing individual, and that is day 1.
We're done.
So this is going to be our look for the Union Station runway come this Thursday. We got a rehearsal for that tomorrow as well. But before I head out from Tina's place, I'm gonna let her kind of close out and reintroduce herself. You know, tell her Instagram for both her business and her modeling page again one more time before she says her goodbye.
Alright, well, hey y'all again. My name is Tina, aka Christina. And yeah, follow me on my page. My main page is tina.britter, which is B-R-I-T-T-E-R. I know that's kind of like the hard part of spelling my name, but that's my main page. And then you can just go on my bio. My hair page will be in there as well. Follow me there. And then you'll see Dom. He's on most of my videos because he's one of my loyal clients, so good to go. But yeah, thanks for tapping in with me. And I was happy to deliver a crispy look for y'all today. Yeah.
For sure. This is the 15th of October, Tuesday, 2 days before our runway show set to be in Union Station, with the rehearsal happening tomorrow, Wednesday the 16th. This is for Chicago Fashion Week. And today, Tuesday, was more so of a maintenance day where I needed to get my hair and my look done for the show. We ran it through a spa treatment, shampoo, conditioner, oil for hair growth, all of that, just to really take care of my hair and my scalp. So other than that, that is today. And so tomorrow will be the 16th. and I will see you guys then we'll have a rehearsal. This is Chicago Fashion Week, day 2 from StarDom's perspective. This is the 3rd day thus far of my involvement with Chicago Fashion Week. Today is currently Wednesday. It is the 16th as well. So Wednesday the 16th, the 16th of October. And today is just rehearsal day. So we have one rehearsal on today for the Union Station Fashion Week show that will be happening tomorrow. We'll actually be doing the rehearsal in Union Station. But, I just wanted to sit down and talk to you guys about thus far how I'm feeling. And, I just have a few questions that I'll be answering. So, let's get to that. For it being my 3rd day of Chicago Fashion Week, I would say that thus far it's been a changing experience because I realized that after the events, there's so many more opportunities to network with individuals who attended your show, right? Like having that interaction with the audience and being able to, after at least, stay in the fit, take the pictures with the individuals that came to watch you walk, that were interested in what you had to do. There's also that aspect of it too. So just from Monday, the Urban Visionaries High Octane Couture show, now to the Union Station Give Chicago Her Flowers show with Chicago Fashion Showcase and Minted Media Production, I think my changed perspective that I have thus far is that yes, like while during the show, you're the main event, also you should be giving back to the audience members that came to watch you walk, right? Like they paid money to be there. They're interested in who you are as a person as well. They might want to take pictures with you. So, and then the networking opportunities, like always being looking for who the next person is that, could give you your next booking. So yeah, I'd say that's my changed perspective thus far from Chicago Fashion Week, and then moving forward as well, since this is the third day. Also, just preparing for big shows. The way in which this has changed me as well is that you can do all the preparation, right? But the day of, you have to be flexible you have to be flexible. You have to be flexible, and you also have to be willing to change day of, right? And so I say this because in the Urban Visionaries High Octane Couture Fashion Show, we were set to be the black entities, as you guys saw the fit as well. We were set to be the black entities, but they changed the direction in which we were walking. So we needed to walk across the garage. And so, we had to have that flexibility, and I did. I had the flexibility to just reverse the route in my head and then, do everything else the same. So I say, even though, we have the rehearsal and we do everything that we're supposed to, right? It still means, I won't say it means nothing, but you still have to have that flexibility day of to be able to change, going off of what the creative director tells you, or even what the designer might tell you as well. So yes, you guys have heard the stories and tales of models, model calls being at 11 and the show's not till 7, which I do have, all of that stuff. And the only recommendation that I can give is that you really have to especially take care of yourself during your high intense fashion weeks. And so, for example, right, that means getting enough sleep. That means eating healthy foods. That means eating not too much sugar so that you don't get brain fog and you can't think as efficiently as you need to, right? All of these things come together and compose, like a holistic view of being able to, be runway ready or be rehearsal ready. And, yes, like I have shows this week, and then potentially photo shoots, but I also have rehearsals too. So keeping my energy up, keeping my sleep levels up is so important, because at every single event, I need to be giving 100%, just out of respect to the creative directors, the photographers that are there, the videographers that are there, and even the audience members that attend our runway shows, right? Like they're paying money to come watch fashion, to come watch the clothes, and then ultimately for the models to perform. And so I would hate to not be at 100 and make the experience of the audience members, the vision of the creative director, or even, the showcase, the designer that I'm showcasing for, I would hate to not serve them properly. And so the only recommendation that I can give you if you're looking to do this is that you really have to just, in those high moments, especially in those high moments, make sure that you're still taking care of yourself. Even more so than in your down weeks where you're not at a fashion week. Just to keep your levels high and keep, honestly, just the respect for everyone's effort, because everyone is doing something and everyone is being, tired through this week and potentially exhausted. So just especially making sure that you take care of yourself is what I would say, and what I do. So this is an amazing question, actually. And this really has to do with how you prepare for any fashion week, or honestly for any runway show that you want to be a part of, right? Not all walks are the same. As you guys saw on Monday, right, like that was an avant-garde walk, which is more artistic. You have to base your walk off of what you're wearing and what's going to artistically showcase the direction that either the designer or the creative director wants, right? So that walk is not the walk that I'll be doing this Thursday come for the Union Station runway, right? That walk, the creative director is wanting us to be more European style, right? Where you're not moving too much. It's not as artistic or theatric as the one that I did Monday. And so I'm saying all of this to say that the preparation that you do, meaning the practices, your walking practice, training as well, making sure that your body can move in the ways that it needs to and is flexible enough, all of that plays a role in how flexible and chameleon-like you can be for the show, right? We all have seen that video of Naomi saying, right, like to be a model is to be a chameleon. You always have to be able to change yourself and to give ultimately what the creative director or what the designer envisions for that piece or for the show, right? So my recommendation is that you practice and you prepare before you even are looking at your shows, before you even know what you're going to be walking, because you want to have increased your flexibility enough of walking styles to be able to gauge it and give the creative director or give the fashion designer the walk that they're looking for, right? So first you need a strong base walk, a strong basic walk, a strong basic walk that includes your personality or includes how you envision yourself and your body type to be able to move. But then ultimately you should be able to walk many different styles, or even move your body in different ways that might be more theatrical or might be more artistic, so that you can envision what potentially that designer or creative director is looking for. Because just like every model's not the same, every creative director, every fashion designer is not the same, and certainly not every fashion piece that you'll be, modeling for on the runway is going to be the same, right? So, that would be my recommendation, and ultimately what I do too. right? Because I'll be showcasing 3 different looks this Thursday, and I would say that there's going to be nuanced movements that I do for each one of them because the pieces are going to flow differently. And I'm going to have different articles of clothing on and different accessories on as well. So yeah, that's my recommendation on balancing different creative directors and also designers and what they would envision the walk to look like in their pieces or in their shows. So yeah, to be a chameleon and to be flexible, that's how you're going to get more bookings and get more shows. I really haven't had any challenges besides that one that happened Monday arise, but that's it for these questions. Super grateful for the opportunities that are coming from this. I do have, like I said, the rehearsal today. I am going to do a quick workout and I'll have to be on my way because it's already around 5 and the rehearsal starts at 6. For the workout. I do have to get dressed and ready because I need to head to Union Station now for the rehearsal. So I will see you guys when I'm dressed. So I am all dressed and ready. I have on the black fit with my loafers on today, but I will be heading to Union Station now. I ended up having to order a Uber share just because I don't want to be running late. So yeah, we're on our way to the rehearsal. This is a rehearsal at Union Station for the Chicago Fashion Showcase and Minted Media Productions fashion show. So Give Chicago Her Flowers is what they're calling it. So I am on my way there. I will see you guys again when we get there. And yeah, we'll start the rehearsal. I am walking into Union Station now for the rehearsal. I'm running late, it's 6:11. Just finished rehearsal, so I gotta get out of here because I have a church service, but no, that's it. We just went over the runway really quick. Yeah, the event is tomorrow. This will be, y'all say hello. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hey y'all, my name is Fantasia at Thy Queendom, Fanny, Instagram.
And I tag everyone who gets on, I tag them, so you know, you'll see her Instagram info.
He's the best.
But yeah, we gotta head up out of here. That's rehearsal for tonight. Walking into church now.
It's not built. Oh, I mean that. Your gift.
This is day 3 of, you know, my documentary, my personal documentary of Chicago Fashion Week, the first reinstated one. Today I had a rehearsal, worked out before that, and then after that I actually went to church. I had a church service since today is Wednesday. Both of those things being very important for me, the church being very monumental to who I am. But I am excited for this show on tomorrow. I'm just very grateful at this moment in time, you know, to be a model in the first reinstated Chicago Fashion Week, to have walked in 2 shows, to have met some amazing designers, other amazing models, creative directors, stylists, the whole gambit. So I'm really grateful. I'm feeling very good for tomorrow. You know, the energy at rehearsal was really high. Not only was the energy high, but all the models have great personalities. You know, we all match together. Tomorrow's going to be a very good show. I'm excited, I'm confident. Tomorrow, history will be made. Good morning, you guys. It is day 4 of Chicago Fashion Week, and it is show day. So it's currently 10:10 in the morning. I need to head down to Union Station because I have to be there for an 11 a.m. call time, and yeah, then the day's festivities begin. So I'm already dressed and ready. I just gotta finish putting my belt on. But other than that, let's make our way to Union Station. Yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling, like I said yesterday, I'm feeling ready. It's show day. I'm gonna be walking for amazing designers. We're gonna have a great audience in the beautiful Union Station. So honestly, I'm gonna give the people what they spent their money for. And not coming with energy, not coming with the walk, the showing of the designs is not an option. You know, it would be selfish of me to not put on my best performance for the audience members as well as the designers as well. So yeah, I'm feeling really good about today. Really, really good. So yeah, energy levels are kind of moderate right now, kind of in preservation right now until I get to the venue for the call time. But yeah, that's kind of how I'm feeling right now. The Uber has been ordered, so the next time I see you guys will be at the venue, which is Union Station. So we are here at Union Station now. Just got dropped off. I'm walking out to the check-in spot. Since Union Station is closed for the private event, we have to go in through the doors closest to or doors on the other side of Union Station. So I'm here, I'm checking in, and yeah, then I'll get all situated for the day. But let me focus on getting here because I have 6 more minutes before 11, and I need to be here on time. So they actually gave me the royal treatment. I was able to get my nails done just in the clear coating. Keeps them nice and healthy and looking good. But I always get comments on my nail beds because they're so long, and I take care of them so they always are shining. But yeah, they did my nails here. Yeah, she did a really good job. This was who did it. This is their business card.
Hey, Mo, so do you want to see Crystal with him as well? No. I'll just clean it.
I was actually sitting here thinking, I'm like, hopefully that line went away on my forehead because I had my do-rag on a little bit too tight.
Good hands like home.
All right, perfect.
Cool.
So right here, this is model and also makeup artist. I'm gonna have her, tell your business and then also your name. Just introduce yourself.
Well, hello everyone. Some of y'all may know me as Tia Marie from Tia Marie Modeling, but I am also a makeup artist, as you can clearly see. You guys can check out my Instagram at that'smua.tee. Again, that's that'smua.tee.
So yeah, amazing model, now amazing makeup artist. She's doing big things. So always looking to support. We are currently in the back of Union Station where this will be our dressing area. I've already got nails done, makeup done, just no makeup look. And then also, I got my hair done Tuesday. So we're currently waiting for rehearsal. I'm not sure if we're gonna rehearse, but if not, then, we'll be waiting for the start and beginning of the show.
Before the start of the show, I was able to get a few interviews from some of the models who were here. So we'll be hearing from them, and then we'll be on the runway.
Hi, my name is Fantasia, and I am so excited to be here. I am quite nervous, but yet excited to be doing my first runway show for a big show of the city. Give Chicago her flowers. I am honored and proud to be a part of this great big show.
Hi, my name is Annika Godar, and I'm a model here for Chicago Fashion Showcase. I'm also an art student at the School of the Art Institute of Chicago, and I'm from Portland, Oregon. Thank you. I'm Celeste. My last name is Antman. That is my Instagram, Celeste Antman. I'm a model here in Chicago. I'm actually located in the suburbs, but I come out to the city a lot for modeling. We're at the Chicago Fashion Showcase.
So my name is Alian. I'm 29 years old, and I've been modeling for about maybe 5-6 years, on and off.
What brought me to modeling is peer pressure. Well, it's a good peer pressure because everyone has been asking me, why don't you model? You should be a model. And I really didn't pay attention to that. However, later on in life, maybe early this year, I decided to take it more seriously to do modeling. And I've been training myself, self-taught, looking at videos, being inspired. Then one day I seen this audition for this show in May. And I decided to audition, and Wendy, the fashion producer, liked how I walked. And I was so humbled by that. And she wanted me to walk for the runway show. Absolutely, didn't turn it down. And just to find out that this is one of the biggest shows of the city. And I am so humbled and proud to be a part of this show.
What got me into modeling was my hair. And I grew up in an area that was very not diverse, and so I think a lot of photographers wanted to have more representation, and I just kind of went off and became a model through that.
So I started modeling when I was young. My parents put me in those pageants that you always see in the mall, or maybe not anymore, they don't even have malls anymore. But I did a lot of that, and then I started figure modeling for artists in colleges when I was 18. So I would pose nude and figure for artists to paint me and draw me. And then a photographer spotted me and was like, I would love to have you come for my photo workshop. So I did that, and then just got word of mouth and a lot of networking since then. So a lot of runway this past year, and besides that I do a lot of photo shoots. In my other free time, I'm a talent agent assistant at SC agency in Chicago. So that's what I do. I do this and I do a little bit of that.
Absolutely. So I have a lot of people that I know that do modeling, and something that I've been asked a lot of times. So I just wanted to try it out and see if it's something that I was interested in, and I love it. My favorite is more of like the runways and just walking the shows and things like that. So I really enjoy it.
I am feeling excited but nervous because it's my first runway show.
Tell them your Instagram, you know, all of that.
My Instagram is _Queendom Fanny on Instagram. TikTok is Queen She Hair Wraps, LLC.
I feel great. We just got a bunch of glam. I just got my hair done, and you know, we didn't practice, so I feel like it's really full send, like YOLO. So I expect nothing but the best from everyone, and yeah, I love them all.
So go ahead and reintroduce your Instagram or anything
follow
else.
me at Annika Godard, ANNIKAHGODARD. Thank you. Oh, perfect.
So excited. I'm just happy to be here. I'm really blessed to be here. It's exciting seeing everybody and all the designers who came out. And I know that we started with like 3 designers and now there's 7. So that's super exciting. And it's just going to be a great show, a great night.
Re-shout out your Instagram just so that they know.
All right, first name Celeste, last name Hantman is the Instagram. CELESTEHANDTMANN. Thank you.
You know, I was a little nervous at first, but I just getting into it now, fitting all the clothes. I'm really excited.
Reintroduce yourself, shout out any social media accounts that you want to, and once again, thank you for coming on.
Yeah, absolutely. So my name is Alian. You can find me on Instagram, WinnieCity_23.
After that, it was time to start the runway show, and I'll be showing you guys the 3 fits that I had for the designers.
First designer down, and now we're on to the second designer. The fashion show for Chicago Fashion Week at Union Station is on the way and happening right now. This is my last event for Chicago Fashion Week that I'll be walking in, so very grateful.
And in pure StarDom fashion, I had to end the night with a photo shoot. decided to move to the stairwell that's in the Union Station, and Fantasia and I started taking pictures there. We even had other photographers start jumping in to take pictures. Yeah, it was really all eyes on Fantasia and I. And with that, the photo shoot was over. I bid my farewell to the photographer and also our social media content creator that was there, and I was out. So this is post-runway show, and I am currently on my way back to my apartment, and that's where we'll go over the summary and recap of the night. So I am back in my apartment. This is after the runway at Union Station, and when I tell you I am very grateful and very happy that I was able to have this opportunity to walk there, I wholeheartedly mean that. And I say this because all three of the designers, all the photographers that I met, the other models that I met there, all were aligned with the vision in which I would see, the environment in which I would see myself in, where it's supportive. You have other creatives there who are supporting each other, but then also the designers are willing to collaborate afterwards. So it was just an amazing experience because the designers not only just loved me modeling for them, but they now I'll definitely be in their books for, you know, potential photograph sessions, potential other runways, and just to have it as a reference for other people. So I am slowly but surely building my rapport with people, and I am so grateful for everything. And so, yeah, just a summary of all of tonight would just have to be that it was amazing, right? Like all three of the designers that I walked for basically had me walk 3 different type of walks for them that was curated for what I was showcasing for them. And because I practiced, I was able to follow through on all of their creative recommendations and tips for how to reach their vision that they have for showcasing their pieces. And so I really am very grateful for the opportunity. It was amazing. We walked in Union Station, which is already a beautiful venue. So yeah, the icing on the cake was just the performance that I gave the audience to. And also the audience members were just very receptive in terms of my look, and then also my walk and how I conducted myself on the runway. So this is the 4th day of Chicago Fashion Week from StarDom's perspective, following the docuseries. Today was my last runway show, so tomorrow will be just my tips, recommendations, reflections over my experience, reflections over my feelings. So tomorrow will be my interview, essentially. And so I am excited to see you guys then. This is day 5 of Chicago Fashion Week. I'm just outside walking around Chicago before it gets cold. But as promised, since I don't have any more runways or shows that I'll be attending on my schedule, as
as promised, I will be just doing a recap of the week with my tips, recommendations, also just feelings of the week, how things went. And you know, the tips and recommendations will be for, you know, the newcomers of a fashion week and what you could potentially do to get ready or prepare yourself. So first off, I just want to say that this week has been an amazing week. I am eternally grateful for the opportunity to even be able to participate in this first reinstated Chicago Fashion Week. The designers, the shows, the creative directors, I want to give a huge shout out to all of them for putting this together and making it happen for each show that I was a part of. And then also for the designers that I walked for during those shows, because they all were just amazing. So that's kind of the first thing that I want to do, just give my thanks and congratulations to all of them for an amazing week, an amazing Chicago Fashion Week. Really, looking back on Monday, the standout event that occurred, I would have to say, is honestly the avant-garde section of the October runway show. And I'm not saying this because I was a part of it, I'm saying it because it really embodied just creative direction. I was a part of the light and the dark section, and so the vision behind it, right, was that the light section, while God created light, darkness was also created when human nature perversed or tarnished the image that God had for the view of the world, right? And so with that, and just to give you guys an idea of the creative vision that October had, it really makes sense that this was the standout event because everything that followed that was creative direction, right? How can you be flexible enough to follow creative direction? How can you be flexible enough to bring the vision that the creative director has to life and even the fashion designer? So that's why I said this was a standout event or a standout point that happened for this Monday runway show. As rehearsal goes, for anything that you do, rehearsal is to give you the tools to be able to have success on the day of the event, the day of the show, right? And so with that, rehearsal on Wednesday went great. We were able to once again go over the walk that the creative director wanted from us and then go over the route. But ultimately on Thursday, what we ended up finding out was that we were walking on the other side of Union Station, meaning that the route was the same, but we had to just kind of reverse it in our brain and know that we were on the other side of Union Station. And so we still had the tools to be successful, but we still had to just have that flexibility to be able to change just to the other side of Union Station. So it wasn't anything too difficult. But yeah, rehearsal on Wednesday, the energy was high, everyone was ready for it. And the show on Thursday, everything went so smoothly. We already knew what we needed to do. We knew where we would be walking. All the creative director had to do was make sure we knew the lineup. The fashion designers fitted us just to make sure that our final looks for the day were ready and prepared. And then when it started at 6 p.m. when we started walking, it was on and going from there, right? So we had really quick changes of wardrobes that had to happen in between the fashion show sections. But like I said, everything still went super smoothly. Yes, yesterday marked the ending of my time on the catwalk for Chicago Fashion Week. But I will just say the difference between the two, obviously one being the avant-garde, which was the more creative walk, and then this one being the more high fashion, straightforward runway. The main difference between the two just really had to deal with the mindset that I was going into both of these runway shows. And so what I mean by that is the avant-garde one, I knew I was going to have to be creative and have to really focus on the vision that the fashion designer had for the walk for this specific avant-garde look. So I knew I was going to have to be more intentional with that aspect of the walk. Then on Thursday, yesterday, I needed a strong walk, and then, fine-tuning that based off of what the fashion designers wanted for their specific pieces that I was showcasing. And so just for example, right, yesterday for Gente Fina, the fashion designer was like, think of like basically cowboy, manly, confident walk. And so that's the main difference between the two. So I would say 3 of the largest unexpected challenges I faced had to deal with the looks that I was wearing. One of them was the avant-garde. I knew I was going to be wearing it, and I've known this for about a week and a half before I did the walk. And so I was able to prepare for that challenge. The next challenge was for Gente Fina. The look had a size 11.5 pair of brown leather Chelsea boots that I needed to wear to complete it. And my foot is a size 15. So I knew that I was gonna have to, kind of smash my foot into it to get it to the fit to be complete, since I didn't have the Chelsea boots myself. And so I kind of was preparing for that, just to make sure that I was mentally prepared for having to be able to still do a strong walk and not, hurt myself while doing it as well. And then the third one being the change between Gente Fina and Lauren Line. I had to take off all of the look for Gente Fina because I was fitted for Lauren Line of the Union Station runway, which happened right after it. So all 3 of these I knew was going to happen, and I was able to first mentally prepare by just going through the steps that I could do to optimize that, meaning I could prepare the walk for the avant-garde and then have Ty. I could have him give me steps just to better the walk for how he envisioned it. For the shoes, that's really just mental preparation. And then for the change, I just needed to know what all I had to throw off and then what all I needed to throw on. And, then I prepared and had everything stationed for Lauren Line's look right in the same spot, so I knew where everything was so that I could throw it on. The highlight of my week. That is a very good question. Honestly, I'm just gonna go with the first thing that comes to mind, which is the avant-garde walk. When I tell you, I'm still getting compliments on, you really embody that entity. Like, I was truly fearful. It was amazing. I'm still getting like those comments and those praises. Yes, it's amazing personally, but it's more so amazing that I was able to bring a vision that Ty had to life in terms of the entity section, avant-garde section that he had, like the vision for that. So it's great to know that I have the creative flexibility to be able to not just do runway walks, but do more so performance walks and art, just create art. So I'd have to say that was a standout, and that's why too. So on Monday and Thursday, I would have to say, this is me personally, the crowd has never not been good to me, but I will say when I'm out there, impact them more so. Like, that's why afterwards I was getting like, oh, like you made me fearful on Monday. And then on Thursday, I was getting compliments and was like, you really made those looks. So I tried to, and as crazy as it sounds, I tried to have more presence and energy imposed on the audience than I let them on me. So yeah, my energy really wasn't affected. However, you know, they did match me, right? They definitely matched me on Monday. As well, so the energies weren't different because I'm the energy, and I know that's weird to say, and it sounds kind of strange, but yeah, I like to say for me, I'm on my own island out there, and I'm quite all right with it because I got a lot of energy to put out. So yeah, it wasn't too much different Monday versus Thursday because it's all me. And this, I feel like this is maybe the topic of the week, but what keeps ringing in my head for me to take away into future shows is flexibility. Like flexibility of myself, flexibility of my walk, flexibility of my creative thinking. So yeah, moving forward, I definitely will just work on how can I continue to develop my skill of being flexible, which I think is already high. Once again, this question, which is a very good question, has to deal with being flexible. And so I will just give my recommendation and tip to anyone who is struggling with this. First, if you don't think you have the flexibility to manage different designers, manage different creative directors, take a step back and actually think about how you've built and established a good base, right? Meaning, do you have a strong walk? Do you have a confident looking walk? Do you have a strong, normal base walk? Because if you don't have a good base walk, how can you begin to build that complexity, build that flexibility if you don't have a good foundation? So I would say for me, I'm able to manage the different expectations and manage the different of the creative designers and of the creative directors because I've built a strong base. I have a good foundation. I have a good understanding of my strengths, of my less strengths, of the things that I need to, and opportunities to work on myself. I have a good understanding of that to where I can now build in flexibility because I understand what makes me me. So that's how you can manage all of those expectations, by building a good base to then give you higher complexities and higher flexibility that you're able to have for all of these expectations and honestly requirements. Describe it in one word. I would have to describe it as reconciling. As philosophical as this might be, for me, I say reconciling because it's a reconciliation for myself with me back to my creative side. When I was younger, you know, I was an actor and I sung, did all of that. And so as I grew up, I never grew out of it, but I started filtering my creativity through my logical side. That's honestly why I think I was good at mathematics, good at sciences, and good at a lot of my subjects in school because I learned how to filter my creative side back through my logical side. And so this is a reconciliation of myself and reconciling back to being creative, being open, having that creative flexibility and just abiding in my creativity. So yeah, for me, this Chicago Fashion Week, I would describe as reconciling. Do not underestimate the time commitment beforehand, at least a week beforehand. I'd say maybe 2 weeks to the week of. Don't underestimate that. And I say this because, yes, it's a physical preparation, meaning taking care of your skin, taking care of not just your facial skin, but also the rest of your body's skin as well, even stretching, going to the gym. While that should be a lifestyle, don't underestimate the importance of preparing physically, and then mental preparation being, how are you taking care of your confident self, your confident mind, getting enough sleep? Because for me, sleep is directly associated with, honestly, my mental health, honestly, my social abilities, and even more so, like my sense of well-being mentally. Because if I don't get sleep, and I find that I just start ruminating more, and rumination can lead to maladaptive thinking and those negative ideations being more present in me. And so with that, don't underestimate how much you should be preparing even before you get the booking for your next big fashion week. But this preparation is a lifestyle for me because it helps me feel better. It keeps me grounded in who I am, and also it just keeps me living a life that God intended me to live. So, since this is day 5, the closing day for at least my participation in Chicago Fashion Week, I just wanted to leave you all with, if you've stayed this far, thank you so much. History was made throughout this week and a half, I believe, of Chicago Fashion Week, the first reinstated Chicago Fashion Week. So I knew I had to just give my perspective of Chicago Fashion Week and the events that took place that I participated in, and then also just my other events and things that I had to do to prepare for Chicago Fashion Week. But I knew I had to get my voice out there and make my section of history of the first reinstated Chicago Fashion Week known. So I hope you've enjoyed it. Super excited for what's to come in the future. Very grateful for everyone that stayed. Very grateful for the comments. If you guys have recommendations for, future videos or future content that you guys would like to see, I'm always open for that. But yeah, this was yesterday, day 4 of Chicago Fashion Week. Was my last runway for this Chicago Fashion Week, and this is the last official recap day of everything that happened during this week for me, and I am once again grateful for you guys being a part of my part of history and my play in making Chicago Fashion Week happen. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. This is StarDom signing off.